What if I told you there's a drone out there right now, under $300, that is genuinely making DJI sweat? Yeah, I said it. Now, before you click away thinking this is just another clickbait video where I hype up a cheap drone and then quietly admit it falls apart after 2 flights, stick with me. Because what I found when I put these 2 drones side by side actually shocked me, and I've been flying drones for years. Today we are going head-to-head the Skyrover S1 versus the DJI Lito X1. One costs around $250 and ships right to your door. The other launched in April 2026 at around $419, roughly $500 at the base configuration. And here's a twist, it's not even officially available in the United States right now due to FCC restrictions. More on that in a moment. So the real question is this: is the DJI name still worth chasing? Or has the competition finally stepped up to the plate? By the end of this video, you will know exactly which drone to buy for your situation. So stay until the end, because the answer might genuinely surprise you. Quick overview. Who are these drones for? Alright, before we get into the nerdy spec war, let's talk about who these 2 drones are actually built for, because that context matters a lot. The Skyrover S1 is a sub-249-gram mini-camera drone that has been quietly but confidently positioning itself as the budget slayer of the drone world. It's targeted at beginners, travel creators, and outdoor enthusiasts who want real performance without taking out a second mortgage. At roughly $250 to $300 for the standard kit, it sits right in that sweet spot between toy drone and serious filmmaker gear. The DJI Lito X1, on the other hand, is DJI's brand new entry into the mid-tier market, launched in April 2026. It launched alongside the baseline Lito 1, but the X1 is the one DJI clearly poured more love into. It's also sub-249 grams, but it packs hardware that would have cost you $800 or more just 3 years ago. It's aimed at the creator who shoots on a budget but thinks like a pro, someone who cares about color grading, dynamic range, and having a backup plan when the lighting goes sideways. There is one major caveat for American viewers that we absolutely need to address, and I'll dedicate a full moment to that before the end, so make sure you stick around for that. So right from the start, we've got an interesting matchup: raw value versus refined experience, a hungry challenger versus the established king. Let's break this down category by category, and I promise every single section is going to give you something worth knowing. Camera system and image. Okay, let's talk cameras, because honestly, this is where the conversation gets spicy. The Skyrover S1 is rocking a 1.5-inch Sony CMOS sensor with an f2.8 aperture. Now, if you're new to drone photography, let me put that in plain English. This is a legitimately good sensor for the price. It shoots 48 megapixel stills and can record stabilized 4K video at up to 60 frames per second. It also supports vertical shooting for social media content, though it's worth knowing that vertical mode on the S1 works by cropping into the sensor, delivering 2.7K vertical rather than full 4K. That's still totally usable for Instagram Reels and TikTok, and at this price point, having the option at all puts it ahead of most budget competitors. Most drones in this class don't even think about vertical orientation. So, props to Skyrover for understanding how people actually consume content in 2025 and beyond. Now, the DJI Lito X1, this is where DJI reminds you exactly why they've dominated this space for so long. The X1 upgrades to a 1.3-inch CMOS sensor with a bright f1.7 fixed aperture, noticeably wider than the S1's f2.8. That larger aperture and bigger sensor together mean it gathers significantly more light, which translates directly to better low-light footage. Less grain, more detail, better dynamic range when the sun's going down, and you're still trying to get that golden hour shot. The difference between f1.7 and f2.8 in practical low-light terms is substantial. This is one of the X1's clearest hardware advantages over the S1. But wait, it gets better. The Lito X1 supports 10-bit D-Log M color profile. For anyone who color grades their footage in post-production, this is huge. It gives you dramatically more flexibility when correcting and grading your clips. The S1 shoots standard 8-bit, which is totally fine for casual use, but will limit you if you want cinematic control over your final product. The X1 can also snap 8K resolution photos using quad-Bayer optimization, and it supports 4K 100 FPS slow motion, that buttery slow-mo that makes simple shots look absolutely cinematic. Verdict on cameras: if you're a casual vlogger or travel shooter who just wants great-looking footage right out of the camera, the S1 Sony sensor genuinely delivers. But if you're someone who edits, color grades, and wants to future-proof your creative toolkit, the X1 is in a completely different league. DJI wins this round, and it's not particularly close. Stabilization and flight performance. Here's something that really surprised me about the Skyrover S1, and it's one of the main reasons this drone has been getting so much attention online. It has a true 3-axis mechanical gimbal. Let me just pause on that for a second. A genuine 3-axis gimbal on a sub-$300 drone. That is almost unheard of in this price class. Most budget competitors rely entirely on electronic image stabilization, which sounds fine in theory, but often produces that subtle jelly-like wobble in your footage that you can't quite explain, but you can definitely feel. The S1's mechanical gimbal eliminates that. Your footage looks smooth, professional, and stable even when there's wind or movement. That's a genuinely impressive piece of hardware for the price. The DJI Lito X1 also comes with a 3-axis mechanical gimbal, so they're matched here, though DJI's stabilization software, built up over years of refinement, adds an extra layer of intelligent stabilization that veteran users will likely notice in side-by-side comparisons. DJI's software just knows how to handle micro-corrections in a way that feels almost invisible. In terms of flight performance, both drones stay under 249 grams, and that weight threshold matters a lot. In the US, it keeps you under the FA registration requirement. In Europe and the UK, it slots into the C0 UK0 category, and globally, it generally means you skip the stricter pilot licensing restrictions. For the everyday creator, this is freedom. The Skyrover S1 claims a maximum flight time of up to 40 minutes on a single battery, which, if it holds up in real-world conditions with moderate wind and active flying, is extraordinary for this price point. The DJI Lito X1 offers up to 36 minutes on a standard battery, but bumps up to an impressive 52 minutes with the Intelligent Flight Battery Plus, though availability of that extended battery varies by region, so keep that in mind when you're planning your purchase. Verdict on stability and flight: Skyrover impresses with its mechanical gimbal, and the flight time claim is bold. DJI's software refinement and the 52-minute battery ceiling keep it competitive. This round is closer than you'd expect. Transmission, range and connectivity. Let's talk about range and transmission, because there's nothing worse than getting your drone up in the air and watching the video feed cut out right when you're about to capture something incredible. The Skyrover S1 uses a proprietary dual-band system, switching between 2.4 GHz and 5.8 GHz frequencies, with an advertised HD video transmission range of up to 7.4 miles, that's 12 kilometers under ideal FCC conditions. For most recreational flyers, you will literally never need to push those limits, because regulations require you to keep your drone within visual line of sight anyway. But having that headroom in the signal means a more stable, less interrupted connection during your actual flying sessions. That reliability matters more than the raw number. The DJI Lito X1 steps things up with the O4 transmission system, DJI's own battle-tested proprietary tech that delivers a stable 1080p/60 FPS live feed. On paper, the range is quoted at up to 15 kilometers under IC standards, but it's worth noting that in the C standard used across Europe, that drops to 8 kilometers. Still more than enough for any legitimate creative flight, but it's good to know the regulated figure depending on where you fly. The O4 system handles interference better, maintains connection in complex environments like forests or urban areas with lots of competing Wi-Fi signals, and delivers a clean, reliable feed in ways that budget transmission systems simply can't match. One important clarification: the base Lito X1 kit ships with the ARC N3 controller, which requires your phone as a screen. The DJI RC2, the one with the built-in display, comes with the Fly More combo upgrade. If you've ever tried to read your phone screen in bright sunlight while trying to fly, you know exactly why that upgrade is worth considering. Verdict on transmission: DJI wins this round comfortably. The O4 system's signal resilience and the RC2 screen option available via the Fly More combo give the Lito X1 a clear edge for anyone flying in challenging environments. Safety features and smart tech. Now, let's talk about safety features, because no matter how good a drone's camera is, none of it matters if it flies into a tree on your first outing. The Skyrover S1 includes front-facing infrared sensors for basic forward obstacle avoidance. This means it can detect objects in front of it and brake to avoid a collision, which is genuinely useful for beginners who are still building their spatial awareness while flying. It also has automated return-to-home functionality, which automatically flies the drone back and lands it at at its takeoff point if the signal is lost or the battery gets low. And then there's Auto Track, the subject tracking feature that lets the drone follow a moving subject automatically. Great for solo adventurers, athletes, and vloggers who want dynamic footage without needing a second person behind the camera. The DJI Lito X1 takes safety to another level entirely. Both Lito models offer omnidirectional obstacle sensing, meaning sensors covering multiple directions, not just the front. But the X1 goes further by adding a front-facing LiDAR sensor. This is genuinely advanced technology for a sub-249-gram consumer drone. LiDAR uses laser pulses to detect obstacles, meaning it works in low-light environments where standard visual cameras completely fail. If you've ever tried to fly near dusk or in a dimly lit area, you know how blind visual-only systems can be. The X1's LiDAR changes that equation significantly. Verdict on safety: DJI's omnidirectional sensing plus the LiDAR upgrade on the X1 makes it significantly safer to fly in complex and low-light environments. The S1's obstacle avoidance is functional and better than nothing, but it's front-facing only. If you're flying around trees, buildings, or in variable lighting, the X1's safety systems are a meaningful advantage. Storage, app and ecosystem. One of the most underrated factors when choosing a drone is the ecosystem around it, the app, the storage options, the workflow. Because a drone isn't just hardware, it's a whole creative system. Here's something the DJI Lito X1 does that I genuinely did not expect. It comes with 42 gigabytes of built-in internal storage. No micro SD card needed. Now that might sound like a minor convenience, but trust me, the day you show up for the perfect sunrise shoot and realize you left your memory card at home is the day you will absolutely appreciate this. It's also just one less thing to buy, one less thing to lose, and one less point of failure in your whole setup. The Skyrover S1 relies on a micro SD card for storage. This is completely standard and not a deal breaker by any means, but it does mean you need to remember to bring a good card and keep it formatted. The practical implication is a slight edge for the X1 in terms of shoot-and-go convenience. On the app side, DJI's ecosystem is mature and deeply developed. The DJI Fly app has years of updates behind it, with an intuitive interface, intelligent shooting modes, editing features, and a user community that has generated thousands of tutorials and guides. Reviewers frequently note that the Skyrover companion app, while functional, lacks that level of polish and optimization. For a beginner who wants guidance, presets, and intelligent modes that just work, DJI's software experience is noticeably ahead. Verdict on ecosystem: DJI wins on every front here. Onboard storage, app maturity, and overall workflow. The Skyrover S1 is a solid piece of hardware, but the software and ecosystem around it still has room to grow. Price and value breakdown. And now we get to the part everyone has been waiting for, the price conversation. Because all the specs in the world don't matter if the cost doesn't fit your reality. The Skyrover S1 comes in at roughly $250 to $300 for the standard kit. That includes the drone, a controller, and typically some accessories depending on which bundle you grab. When you look at what you're getting: a Sony sensor, 4K 60 FPS video, a mechanical gimbal, 40-minute flight time, obstacle avoidance, and subject tracking. The value per dollar here is genuinely hard to argue with. This is the kind of spec sheet that would have been laughable at this price point just 3 years ago. The drone market has moved fast, and the Skyrover S1 is proof of that. And critically, it is available right now on Amazon in the US, ships fast, and has a growing user base backing it up. The DJI Lito X1 launched in April 2026, starting at approximately $419, around $500, for the base kit with the Arc N3 controller. The Fly More combo with the RC2 touchscreen controller sits at $579. And here is where I have to be completely upfront with you. Especially if you're watching from the United States, the DJI Lito X1 is not officially available in the US market. Due to FCC restrictions introduced in December 2025, DJI has been unable to bring new product launches to American shelves. The Lito series launched globally: Europe, UK, Canada, and beyond, but US buyers are left out for the foreseeable future. So if you're based in the US, buying the Lito X1 through normal retail channels isn't an option right now. For international viewers, particularly in Europe, the UK, Canada, and Australia, the X1 is absolutely on the table, and the premium over the S1 is meaningful but not outrageous. You're paying for the 113-inch sensor, the LiDAR, the 04 transmission, the internal storage, and the 10-bit color profile. But here's the honest truth for most viewers, for many beginners and casual creators. The Skyrover S1 delivers about 80% of the Lito X1's experience, and it's the one you can actually buy today. The question is whether the X1's advantages are worth tracking down internationally if you're outside the US, or worth waiting for if regulations shift. Verdict on value. The Skyrover S1 wins on pure value per dollar and wins on accessibility. The Lito X1 wins on capability for serious creators who can actually get their hands on one. Who should buy which? All right, let's cut through the noise and get real for a second. Buy the Skyrover S1 if you're just getting into drones. You don't want to spend $500+ on something you might crash in your first month of flying. You make casual travel content, short social clips, or personal adventure videos. You want a mechanical gimbal and a Sony sensor at a price that doesn't hurt. You're flying in the US or Canada and want to stay under the FAA Transport Canada registration threshold without drama. You don't need LiDAR, D-Log color grading, or 8K photos. You just want something that flies well, looks great, and fits in your backpack. And crucially, you're watching from the US, where the Skyrover S1 is the clear, readily available choice right now. Buy the DJI Lito X1 if you're serious about creating content and you actually edit and color grade your footage. You shoot in challenging light conditions, golden hour, dusk, or shaded forests where that f1.7 aperture and larger sensor give you a real advantage. You want the peace of mind of omnidirectional obstacle sensing with LiDAR. You value the maturity and reliability of the DJI ecosystem. You want 52-minute flight time on the extended battery plus. You need built-in storage because you're the type who forgets accessories. And you are outside the United States, in a region where the Lito X1 is actually available to purchase right now, such as Europe, the UK, Canada, or Australia. The Skyrover S1 is the smarter choice for the budget-conscious creator. The DJI Lito X1 is the smarter choice for the results-driven creator. Neither is wrong. It's about knowing yourself and what you actually need from your gear. Final verdict. So here's the final verdict. And honestly, this is the most competitive comparison I've done in a long time. The Skyrover S1 is a legitimate disruptor. It proves that you don't need to spend DJI money to get DJI-level hardware performance. The Sony sensor, the mechanical gimbal, the flight time, the sub-249-gram form factor, this drone has no right to exist at this price point. And yet, here it is. It's not perfect. The f2.8 aperture means low light isn't its strongest suit, the app has room to mature, and obstacle sensing is front-facing only. But for the price, and for US buyers who can actually buy it today, remarkable. The DJI Lito X1 is what happens when an industry leader refuses to be complacent. Bigger sensor, wider f1.7 aperture, LiDAR, 04 transmission, 10-bit D-Log M color, 42 GB internal storage, 52-minute battery on the plus. DJI didn't just build a drone, they built a creative system. For creators in Europe, the UK, Canada, and globally where it's available, this thing is an absolute steal at around $419. The catch? If you're in the US, you simply cannot buy it through official channels right now due to FCC restrictions. And that reality has to be part of any honest recommendation. My personal pick, if you're in the US, the Skyrover S1, full stop. It's available, it punches well above its price, and it will absolutely serve you well. If you're outside the US and serious about your content, the DJI Lito X1, no contest. But here's what I'll say to leave you with. The fact that we're even having this conversation, that a $250 drone is genuinely going toe-to-toe with a brand new DJI product launching at around $500, tells you everything about how fast this market is moving. And the fact that American drone buyers are now navigating a world where the newest DJI drones aren't even available to them, that tells you something about how fast the regulatory landscape is changing too. Stay informed, stay creative, and keep flying. If this video helped you figure out which drone is right for you, smash that like button. It genuinely helps the channel more than you know. Subscribe if you're new, because we do in-depth reviews like this every week. Drop a comment below, I want to know. Are you Team Skyrover or Team DJI? And if you've already got one of these drones, tell us your experience. I'll see you in the next one. Stay creative, keep flying, and never stop exploring.